What is going on, guys? Welcome to your 6th iPhone development tutorial. And now that we got all of our code built, what we want to do is go ahead up to here, build, and we want to build it. And this is going to pretty much build it and make sure that we don't get any errors. If you do have an error, go back and fix it. But it should be good if you followed my tutorial correctly. So now, as promised, now that we got all that tedious work done, we can go ahead and jump into Bucky's button view controller, or under your resources file, whatever your project name is, viewcontroller.xib. Double click that and it'll pop up your interface builder for you. So go ahead and I'm going to arrange everything nice and neat. And now we can go ahead and add all those labels and text to the screen. So the first thing we want to do is add a label to the top of the screen, remember. And go ahead and just expand this a little bit. There we go. And you actually want to go ahead and delete this text because remember, we're going to have the button's titles pass in whatever the title is and pop up for text. So we don't want anything there by default. Just keep it in the top. So now we have a label, a blank label with no text on the top of our screen. So now let's go ahead and add two buttons. Go ahead and add one right there. And go ahead and add another one right there. Looks good. It really doesn't matter where you add it on your screen. And go ahead and add a title to each of these buttons. Go ahead and double click it, by the way, to add a title. Set this one to blue and set this one equal to red. And now go ahead and using your attributes, and if you can't find any of these toolbars, make sure Tools, Inspector, that's where they all are. So go ahead and change the text color of this to, well, it already is blue, isn't it? Text color, blue. And change this text color to red. So now we have blue text and red text. Pretty sweet, huh? And actually, if you click the button and click red, it adds that little red border around it. So now I have a pretty sweet blue button and a pretty sweet red button and a label at the top. So we have three objects on our screen. So what exactly do we do from here? Well, what we can do from here gets kind of tricky, so you might want to listen up. Remember that we have these two classes right here called view controller. Actually, they aren't two classes, it's one class called view controller. Now, whenever you create your interface builder, that class is the file's owner. Whatever class you make is the file's owner of that nib file, or that xib interface builder file. So this file owner is pretty much that class. So if you're saying, alright, why is this important? Why do I need to know what file owner or any of this stuff is? Well, since we know that file's owner is the class, and since we have a bunch of objects on the screen, check this out. We have a bunch of code in our class, we have a bunch of outlets, we have some actions, and we have all these objects on our screen. How exactly do we link each object to each outlet and stuff like that? Well, check this out. Anytime you want to link an object to an outlet, and remember, with an outlet you can actually change what's on the screen. Check this out. We have an outlet in our class that we built specifically for this label right here. So what you want to do is this. Anytime you have outlet in your class and you want to connect it to any object on your screen, go ahead, select file owner, hold down control on your keyboard with a finger, or anything you want, I prefer a finger, drag file owner until it hovers over that label, and once it's on that label, let go of it with your mouse, and now you can see all your outlets. And now you can pick what outlet from that class, aka what outlet from that file's owner, do you want to use. So if you have 800 outlets, you can pick what one you want to use. We only have one outlet, and that's labels text, so that's how we connect it. Now check this out. In order that when you click a button, an action gets called, here's what you need to do. Go ahead and select that button. I'm going to select the blue button. And now you see where there's button attributes. If you go ahead and click this tab right here, you get button connections. In the button connections tab is how you can connect a button to an action. Now here is all the stuff. Yeah, amazing, huh? This is all the stuff that you can do with a one button. I mean, it's pretty much this. You can touch a button, you can drag inside a button, you can hold down a button, drag on the outside. You can touch a button twice, tap your nose, do a circle, dunk a basketball, and then, touch the button again. They pretty much included every possible thing that you can do with a button. But what we want to focus on is touch up inside. This is your basic tapping of a button. Now, since we're already working with a button, here's what we do. Whenever we tap this button, go ahead, click down, hold down, drag it over to File's owner right here and let go. No need to hold down Control in this. And now this will give you all the actions possible that what you want to happen whenever you tap that button. We want, whenever you tap this button, use the clicked action right there. And let's do the same thing for red, the button connectors, touch up inside, drag it over to File's owner. What action do you want to do whenever you click this button? That clicked method we did right there. So now what we need to do from here is go ahead and save it. And now in our Xcode right here, let's go ahead and build and run this. So it pops up, and now we go ahead and click blue, and blue pops up. We click red, red pops up. Blue, red, red, blue, bam. That's our program. That's how it works. Pretty sweet. So again, one last time, let me go exit out of this iPhone simulator. What we did is whenever we clicked this blue button, what happened? It called this clicked method right here, and it passed in that blue button as the sender. So we said, alright, we pretty much want to take that blue button in this case and get the title of it and store it in an object called title of button. And now we want to get the new label text from it, and pretty much the new label text is equal to the title of the button. And now take that new label and replace it with the old label and then release it when we're done. So get the title of the button, create a new label from it, set the label text equal to that label, make sure it prints out on screen, and then release it when we're done. So that's that. That is how you build some simple user interactions. And trust me, by the end of these tutorials, you're going to be a pro. You aren't even going to be thinking about this. It's just going to come so natural and easy to you. This stuff is going to make perfect sense. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you need any of this source code, click on the link below, and I'll send it all to you guys for free. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next tutorial.